7, 2017 in Elgin Mall. After that event, I just want to say this, mostly for myself, my son, and my wife. I never raised my son. I never raised my son to be being afraid of others. I never raised my son to be attacked with a baseball bat in the middle of the day, just because of the color of his skin or the way that he looks like. I never raised my son to be prepared if someone called him terrorist on his way to the mall after school just because he tried a new language. I never raised my son to be silent witness how his family had been beaten because of their origin, to pretend to be invisible to others or to avoid to be just. I raised him to be proud, to embrace others, to help them, to accept that no matter what, for some, he's going to be the outsider, the different. I raised him to be ready to take action, to call for tolerance, to be proud of who he is and where he is coming from. I never raised my son to live without knowing the reason why, here on his home country, someone told him, "You don't belong here," without knowing why he was to prove them that he is not a threat, that he is just different. I never raised my son to try to make sense about what happened that day, forcing him to keep that memory along with the good ones, like his first day of school or his first date, or the time that he finally made it into the basketball team. I never raised my son to figure it out how to explain in a more kind and sensible way to his own child that something like that can happen to them, no matter what, that sometimes, even though you try hard to avoid it, someone is going to hit you, to point to you, yell to you, "You don't belong here," for being different, for not look like the others. I never raised my son to expect the worst from the others, because that is wrong. I raised him to be proud, to embrace our ethnicity, our values, those who demand for us to do our best, to do what is right, to be compassionate, because it's up to us to build a better society. I raised him to be proud, to take action, not to be invisible. I love you, Nick, with all my love.